What alcohol should you mix with Dr. Pepper? I've got 32 bottles here. I'm gonna face off against each other to find the best. Single elimination style with 5 rounds to find the champion. I'm going to taste these blind, so I have all 32 in sample bottles, so I don't know what is what. I chose these bottles by trying to spread it out between all different types and categories of spirits and liqueurs. My cutoff was that it has to be at least 70 proof, but it goes all the way up to 190 proof with Everclear. So not included is anything under 70 proof, like vermouths, Campari, lower proof liqueurs, and schnapps. My mix is gonna be 1 part mystery alcohol to 3 parts Dr. Pepper. For me, that's just gonna be 1/2 ounce and 1.5 ounce with a nice cube and a Glencairn. I'll choose the winner by whatever tastes the best to me. It should be a drinker, like a typical long drink, not a sipper. All right, let's start with round 1. The first 2 I randomly grabbed were number 8 and number 26. Number 8 is Wild Turkey 101 Rye. Rye whiskey is at least 51% rye and usually has a more spicy taste. This is 101 proof. Number 8's got a nice woody flavor. Number 26 is Vale Vanilla Vodka. This was the winner of my blind vodka tasting where I compared 6 different vanilla vodkas. Number 26 is, I think it's vanilla. And that mixes pretty well with the Dr. Pepper. It is a lot lighter on the flavor. This number 8's not bad. You could tell that it's something aged, but I think the flavor just overpowers the Dr. Pepper. So I'm gonna go with number 26. So I will check what number 8 is and just eliminate it, pull it off the table. Number 8 was Wild Turkey 101 Rye. Just put that back on the shelf. My shelves are pretty bare right now. And number 26 moves on to round 2. All right, I'm gonna randomly pick a couple. I've got number 32 and 24. Number 32 is Green Chartreuse, a 110 proof herbal liqueur made by some monks in France. It's very herbal. It's pretty nice, but it kind of overpowers the Dr. Pepper. Number 24, Beefeater Gin, a London dry gin. That tastes like nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. Must just be vodka. Now, I think that nothingness might actually be better than this, which is pretty sure Green Chartreuse. It's kind of interesting with the Dr. Pepper. It's almost like a modifier to the Green Chartreuse instead of a Green Chartreuse being a modifier to the Dr. Pepper. But I think it is too overpowering. So I like this, I'm guessing vodka. It's easy to drink. So number 24 is going to the next round. Number 32, yeah, it's the Green Chartreuse going on the shelf. Number 21 versus number 9. Number 21, Jose Cuervo Silver Tequila. This is a mixto, meaning it's not 100% blue agave. It's mixed with another spirit to make it cheaper. That's tequila. It's pretty good. I mean, is it cheating that I could see what color it is? So I know that's a Blanco tequila. Yeah, I like that. Number 9 is El Dorado 21-year rum, a Guyana blended still rum, aged a long time. That smells good. I think it's a rum. That is nice. It doesn't taste too high of a proof. The tequila and Dr. Pepper is a lot easier to drink. It's lighter, but this is, whatever this is really nice flavor. I'm gonna have to go with number 9 as the winner. Number 21 is Jose Cuervo. For Jose Cuervo, that wasn't bad. I would have expected Jose Cuervo to be worse. It's going back on the shelf. Next up is number 1 and number 6. Number 1 is Plantation OFTD Overproof Rum. It's a blend of rums to make a dark overproof rum at 69%. That's got some flavor to it. Is that Mezcal? Could be Jamaican rum also. It's got some weird flavor that just does not go good with the Dr. Pepper. Number 6 is Kraken Spiced Rum. It is 94 proof. There's not much flavor there. What is this? It's so dark. Such a lack of flavor. That is weird. It almost tastes like whatever this is tastes like Dr. Pepper. Well, whatever it is, it mixes good with the Dr. Pepper. It doesn't seem to be adding much though, but it beats whatever this is. So number 6 stays, and number 1 is Plantation OFTD. Just does not mix with the Dr. Pepper. I hope it's not triggering people that I'm off to the side a little bit. There's too many bottles here. 2 more random bottles. Number 31 and number 27. Number 31 is Jägermeister, an herbal German digestif. Smell and taste spices. I don't know what kind of spices. It's pretty good though. Number 27, Plantation 3 stars, is a nice, lightly aged rum. That is light. Maybe rum? Maybe it's a Plantation 3 stars. These are both pretty good. Something herbal in here. This tastes pretty good. I'm gonna go with number 31. Number 27's not bad. It'd be a pretty refreshing drink. This one, number 31's more interesting. Yeah, I was right. Number 27's the Plantation 3 stars. If you want an extra light, refreshing drink, it does mix good with Dr. Pepper. I've got number 12, number 19. Number 12 is Gordon's Vodka. It's just a cheap vodka. I don't taste anything. It's gotta be vodka. Just barely get an alcohol in there. No flavor. Number 19, El Sativo Reposado Tequila. Reposado tequila is aged between 2 and 12 months. Ooh, that is putting out some strong aroma. Rum. Nope, tequila. Yep. Got that confused. That's definitely tequila. This is a good tequila, I could tell just drinking it in here. I'm guessing that's Reposado just by the color. But is it better than just vodka Dr. Pepper? I don't think it is. Just it doesn't quite mix with the Dr. Pepper right. So I'm gonna go with number 12. Number 19 was the El Sativo Reposado. Number 11 versus number 29. Number 11 is WhistlePig 10-year rye single barrel. It's a store pick. Ooh, that is well aged. That is nice and well aged and smooth. The thing about aged alcohol, you do get a lot more flavor, but it is more rounded. Something like a Jose Cuervo, there's less flavor, but it's rough. Okay, number 29. Number 29 is Johnnie Walker Black Label, a blend of Scotch whiskeys aged at least 12 years. There's some odd like tire flavor. I'm thinking this is Smith & Cross, maybe? A plasticky tire. I'm gonna go with number 11. Wow, I was wrong. It's Johnnie Walker Black Label. Guess it's the Scotch. It just doesn't quite work. Number 10, number 7. Number 10 is Leblon Cachaça. It's Brazilian liqueur made from sugarcane juice. It's got a strong aroma. Definitely stands out from some others. It smells like pancake batter to me. It tastes like pancake batter. I have no clue what that is. That is crazy. I think there's 1 or 2 of these in here that I legitimately haven't tasted before. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the next, number 7. Number 7 is Laphroig 10-year Scotch. It's an Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. It has a smoky, peaty flavor. Oh, that is smoky. Makes me think this is Laphroig. Could be Mezcal. It's kind of got the same tire taste I was thinking about the Johnnie Walker. I don't know what to think about these two. I'm gonna go with number 7. I'm really curious what tastes like pancake batter. Number 10. I have had that before. Cachaça. Why does it smell like it? Pancake batter? No. Oh, slightly. For some reason, when you mix this with Dr. Pepper, it's pancake batter. Number 7 moves on. I have number 17, number 18. Number 17, Cointreau. It's a French triple sec. That is very fruity. Tastes almost like Fruit Loops cereal. It's not bad. Number 18 is El Sativo Blanco Tequila. Blanco is unaged tequila. That's tequila. It's not bad, but I don't think tequila mixes with Dr. Pepper. I have no clue what this one is. It's so fruity. I could probably figure it out if I looked through these bottles, but I'm gonna go with number 17. Number 18 was the Blanco El Sativo Tequila. Next up, number 4, number 13. Number 4 is Pernod Absinthe. It's a high-proof neutral alcohol that's redistilled with wormwood, anise, and fennel. Tastes like licorice. I could tell by looking at this. This is absinthe. It's clouding up. I think it's called the luge. I was gonna say it's either absinthe or the Pernod liqueur. I don't think the Pernod liqueur will cloud up like this. That is pretty good. Just a little overpowering. I think if you change the ratio of the absinthe and lowered it a little bit, that'd be really good. All right, I'm gonna try 13. Number 13 is Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. It's a whiskey that tastes like Red Hot candies. That is Fireball. Surprisingly good. This one's a little difficult to choose, but I'm gonna go with I'm assuming Fireball. It really mixes well together. I know a lot of people talk shit about Fireball, but it works. Number 4 is going back on the shelf. Yeah, I was right. Pernod Absinthe. Number 22 and 28. This 28 is making some weird bubbles. So that's the first one that's done something like that. Some weird foam. It's reacting with it somehow. Okay, number 22. Number 22, Absolut Citron. It's lemon flavored vodka. It's almost flavorless past the Dr. Pepper. A little citrus in there. Orange or not lime, lemon. Maybe it's a citron. It's just a hint. Number 28, Fernet Branca. It's a bitter Italian Amaro. Oh. No, that one is not good. It tastes like something the dentist would give you. It's herbal. Yeah, it tastes medicine-y. It's reacting with the Dr. Pepper. This one is not good. It's got me curious, so still makes me want to drink it. This tastes like a mouth spray with some medicine. I'm gonna go with number 22 to move on. And number 28, Fernet Branca, is not good in Dr. Pepper. Number 5, number 3. Number 5 is Hennessy XO Cognac. Cognac is a brandy made in Cognac, France, and XO means it was aged for at least 10 years. That is pretty good. Tastes lightly aged, but it's smooth, slightly sweet. I like that. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is El Sativo Anejo Tequila. Anejo tequila is aged 1 to 3 years. Tequila. When you age tequila, it adds more flavors to it, but it smooths it out a little bit. This is some aged. I'm not sure if it's the Anejo or the Reposado. That is pretty good too. That one's decent. But still, the tequila taste plus Dr. Pepper, I don't feel like it goes together. So whatever this one is, I liked it. Move that one on, number 5. Number 3 was Anejo tequila. I should have known, but I'm drinking. It was very smooth. Definitely not the same experience as Jose Cuervo. Next up is number 2, number 15. Number 2, Smith & Cross is a very flavorful Jamaican rum. That is an odd flavor. Is that Scotch? Could be Mezcal. To me, the Scotch and Mezcal sort of have the same things going for them. Number 15, Benedictine D.O.M. It's a French herbal liqueur. That is very sweet. I think that's sweeter than the Fireball. It's too sweet, definitely. But I'm not digging whatever this number 2 is. Maybe it's Smith & Cross. I don't know, I'm about to find out because this one got a lucky match. It's too sweet. I don't know what it is, but it gets to move on. Yeah, with Smith & Cross, it's just got like a burning tires type flavor. I will say about the Smith & Cross, it's got to be in the right drink, in the right quantities, but it can be good. I made it sound like it was garbage, but it's just got to be mixed with the right stuff in the right amount. Number 30, number 20. Number 30, Ancient Age Bourbon. This is a cheap bourbon from Buffalo Trace Distillery. That's got some long age on it, I think. That's all I could really point out about it. Seems like it's been aged in wood barrels for a long time. It's smooth. Number 20. Number 20, Del Maguey Vida Mezcal. Smoky agave flavor. Got some funk to it, but it's clear. Smoky, maybe. Smoky, funky. I don't think it works the best with Dr. Pepper. I don't know what that is. Is that Mezcal? It doesn't taste like agave at all. Maybe it's just covered up. Well, I like 30 better. I'll find out what that is right now. Guessing it's the Mezcal. Yeah, it was the Mezcal. Tastes smoky, funky. Maybe the agave's in there somewhere. It's really hard to tell with a mix like this though. It was not the best. Moving on, I got number 14 and number 16. Number 14 is Everclear 190. It's a 190 proof neutral alcohol. Even if you water it down with 3 parts Dr. Pepper, it's still gonna be at 45 proof. Tastes like nothing, like rubbing alcohol, like a bad vodka. But I guess that's vodka. I don't think it's Everclear. It's not that strong, could be. And this one, guess it's the Pernod Liqueur. Number 16, Pernod Anise Liqueur. Has a strong licorice flavor, but it's not actually absinthe. And maybe I was wrong about it not luging, and it did cloud up. It is sweet, and it's black licorice, but it's not overpowering like the absinthe was. It still covers up the Dr. Pepper though, but it mixes a lot better with it. I will move that one on. This is something that you could drink. I would still slightly lower the amount that you put in. That was Everclear. That's surprising because it did taste like bad vodka, but it didn't taste that strong. So if you want an alcohol delivery system, you could just put Everclear in your Dr. Pepper because that is high proof. It doesn't taste that bad, and it doesn't feel that high of proof. I guess that would get you trashed. That is dangerous. But bye-bye Everclear. We are now on the last 2 of round 1, 25 and 23. Number 25, Grand Marnier, a French blend of cognac and triple sec. That is sweet. Tastes like some kind of candy was dropped in there. Orange, some kind of orange candy. Number 23, Christian Brothers VS Brandy. It's a cheap American brandy. VS stands for very smooth, and it means it was aged at least 2 years. That is not as sweet. It's very light on the flavor, whatever that is. Tastes like it may be very lightly aged. I think it's low proof, just something lightly aged. Oh, this is way too sweet. This one is pretty good because it doesn't overpower the Dr. Pepper. It's not harsh at all. So I'm gonna go with 23. Number 25 was Grand Marnier. Cognac and orange liqueur, makes sense. Too sweet to be mixing that much with Dr. Pepper. That's it for round one. Everything here has won one round. Down to 16 left. I went and took a break and had lunch so I don't die. Now it's time for round two. 16 left. I'll just start it off with number 17, number 5. That's sweet. Almost tastes like cherry. I think it's a little too sweet though. Number 5 is pretty nice. It's aged, it's nice and rounded. It's not overpowering. Number 5 is better. Number 17 is just too sweet. Number 5 is the first winner of round 2. Number 17 was Cointreau. Makes sense, it's too sweet. Next up is 31 versus 9. There's some spices in there and some vanilla. It's pretty good. Just right on the sweetness. Number 9. That is extra aged, I believe. This has a lot more aged flavors. It's a little bitter. This one is a little sweeter. So this matchup is a little difficult for me because these are kind of two different drinks. This is a good drinker. See, I almost drank it all already. You could drink that through a straw. Enjoy it. This one is a little less of a drinker, more of a sipper. And I did say at the beginning I wanted more of a drinker, so I'm gonna have to go with number 31. Number 9's not bad if you wanna drink it a little slowly. Think about what you're drinking more. That was El Dorado 21. Your rum. Yeah, extra aged. 30 versus 16. Tastes like a whiskey. Not very aged though. I don't think it's a rye because it's not very spicy. And this is obviously Pernod liqueur. It's just too sweet. It's got an interesting flavor with it. It's just, you would have to do double the Dr. Pepper to how much I put in there. So I am gonna go with number 30 and number 16, the Pernod liqueur, going on the shelf. I've got number 24 and number 13. Pretty sure that's gin, but mixed with Dr. Pepper, it really tones down the juniper. It kind of goes well with Dr. Pepper. Cinnamon, sugar. It's gotta be Fireball. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna get shit for saying Fireball is nice, but if it works, it works. But I actually think the gin works better with Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Pepper's already sweet, so adding more sweetness with Fireball, it's too rich. But with the gin, you add the juniper, it's almost like another flavor to Dr. Pepper. Number 24 is better. Bye-bye Fireball. 15 and 12. That's very sweet. I think it's too sweet. That is very light on the flavor. It's gotta be vodka or something because there's nothing added to the Dr. Pepper. But this number 15 it's just too sweet. Nice herbal flavor in there, but added with Dr. Pepper that's already sweet itself, it's just too much. So number 12 is moving on, and number 15 is Benedictine. Number 7 and number 22. That is an advanced flavor. It's the best I could describe it as. I would say if you're not an experienced drinker, you straight up whatever this one is, skip it. If this is what you like though, you would know it. I'm not the biggest fan in this combination, but I'm gonna see what it's going up against. Maybe it's better than this. I think that's lemon vodka. It almost tastes like a little bit of lemon water was put in there. This over here, it's even hard to taste the Dr. Pepper in there. And this is like Dr. Pepper with a little lemon twist to it. So I'm gonna go with 22. Is this Laphroig or something? Number 7? Yeah, it was Laphroig. If you like Laphroig, you know you like it. It just completely overpowers Dr. Pepper. 6 versus 23. Tastes like a real, like funky rum. It's kind of harsh. Number 23. It smells fruity. It's a lot less harsh. It's not sweet. I like 23 better. Number 6 is too harsh. Number 23 is pretty nice. Yep, I'll go with 23. Wins. Number 6 was Kraken Spiced Rum. Was it? Yeah, I guess it is. Did not really taste spiced. It's just not aged enough to be smooth. Where do I put spiced rum? Okay, last 2 of round 2 is 26 and 11. I have just enough Dr. Pepper. 2 liters down. Gonna have to get some cans. 26. That smells fantastic. Vanilla vodka. That is a vanilla Dr. Pepper right there. It's pretty good. Number 11. Wow, that is the opposite end of the flavor. And by flavor, I mean smell. It's just wood. Wood is wafting up. But it's surprisingly less harsh than a vanilla vodka. This is great. I am very much enjoying this one. I think the more you drink, the more you enjoy the deeper flavors. Like if this was the first drink of the day, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it so much, but I am loving whatever that is. Vanilla Dr. Pepper, it's pretty good. It's just one-dimensional. So I am going to keep number 11. And that is the end of round 2. We have 8 contenders left. Surprisingly, some cheap ones. Lots of cheap ones. Moving on to round 3, only 8 left. 24 and 30. It's a little bitter, maybe herbal, not very sweet. A lot of aged notes to it. Nice and rounded. It may be a little much for a typical unexperienced drinker. I know that sounds real pretentious. This is a lot lighter, but there's something bitter in here I'm not liking. Oh, this is gin. I could see this being more of a refreshing drink. This one over here is just more full flavored. I had high hopes for the gin. I'm assuming this is gin, but yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. I'm gonna keep whatever number 30 is. Yeah, 24 was Beefeater Gin. I'm getting to the point where I have to knock out some bottles that I actually like mixed with Dr. Pepper, but there can only be one champion, so I can't be too sad about it. Next up is 23 and 11. That is light flavored. Dr. Pepper really comes through there. I'm starting to get hammered. I don't know what's going on here. This is, whatever this is, it's light in the flavor. Could be the brandy. Oh, this one is not light on the flavor. Long-aged rye, I'm thinking. This is more of a sipper. It's really good, but I don't know if I could take this no flavor, whatever it is. There's nothing going on there. This is rich. There's just nothing. There's nothing going on over here. Might as well be vodka. So I just gotta pass on this. It's a lot easier drinking. If you're not into the taste of alcohol, whatever this is, you could go with that. Number 23 is out. The Christian Brothers Brandy. You want a cheap getting drunk without much flavor? There you go. 31 and 22. Okay, this is 31. Why did that leave some weird bubbles in there? That is sweet. It's almost too sweet. It's got good flavors though. Mixes with the Dr. Pepper pretty well. I almost want that to be watered down more. That is good. That can't just be vodka, could it? It does not taste like vodka Dr. Pepper. Lemon? Yeah, I'm gonna just go with my instinct that this is better. Vodka, or if it's citron vodka. This is probably Jägermeister. I'm a little past logical thought, thinking about what is what. Just tasting it and giving my thoughts. But it's too sweet. So 22 gets a pass, and yeah, that was Jägermeister. It's just too sweet. My shelves are filling back up. All right, last matchup of round 3, 12 and 5. I'm telling you, I've had enough Dr. Pepper for a couple years. I don't think I'm gonna drink any more of this. Maybe 2025. Vodka? Probably. Tastes like Dr. Pepper with that slight ethanol taste to it. Not the greatest. Number 5. Oh, that is good. There's a fruitiness to the alcohol that I like. I mean, I'm guessing it could be the Ancient Age or the Hennessy XO, but I don't think it's Hennessy. It's just, there's not enough agedness. But that is good with the Dr. Pepper. I think it just brings out the slight fruitiness of the Dr. Pepper. I'm thinking it's bourbon. That goes really well with it. Whatever this is, vodka this is out. Keeping number 5. Number 12 was just plain Gordon's vodka. Not even putting this on the shelf. All right, we are up to round 4, I think. There's 4 left. These would not be the 4 I would have expected. We got 2 cheap options and 2 more expensive options. These 4 made it this far. These are all good options for you, depending on your tastes. Number 5, number 30. That is delicious. Seems a little lower on the aged scale, but that just mixes very well with Dr. Pepper. So right away, this one loses because I didn't think it's delicious. There's a lot more flavor in here, but it just does not go down just as easy as whatever this is. Yeah, this is a drinking drink. This is a sipping drink. Number 5 goes to the finals. Number 30, the Ancient Age Bourbon. This is a sipping drink? That is surprising. Okay, this is a cheap sipping drink. This is very cheap bourbon, but it's pretty good. I can't complain about it, but it's cheap. I would have thought it was one of those. That is crazy. One of these, Hennessy or the 10-year rye, is an easier drink than the bourbon. All right, last in the semifinals is 11 and 22. That is delicious. It's a little heavy on the flavor, but it is good. It's not something you'd be chugging. That is good if you don't like alcohol flavor. If you don't like wood, if you don't want to know you're drinking alcohol, It sort of tastes like someone put some lemon water in your Dr. Pepper. So if that sounds good to you, this would be your drink, but I'm not into it as much. So this one is out, and that is definitely the Absolut Citron. All right, final round. This is kind of disappointing because these are both expensive. This WhistlePig 10-year rye is $100, and it's a single barrel store pick. So you probably can't find this. If you find other single barrel WhistlePig ryes, 10-year aged, probably similar, but it's not gonna be exact. And this Hennessy XO is $230. I guess you gotta pay a lot to get the best. If you can't afford these, I guess you gotta move down to that ancient age bourbon or the Absolut Citron. This is a final round. So these are both aged at least 10 years. And one of these from the last round I thought was an easy drinker, so I'm really curious to which one that is. So this first one is number 11. That is good. Okay, I'm gonna try number 5. Okay, they are both equally smooth, I would say, equally rounded in their flavors. This one over here is a little easier drinking. I think this is rye. It's a little spicier. Oh. This one is delicious. This one is just, it's so good together. There's no end to whatever this is and where the Dr. Pepper begins. It's one drink, delicious. This is good, but not as good. There we go. I got a crown number 5 the winner. Oh, I'm getting so trashed. All right. What is number 5? Hennessy XO, the most expensive liquor that I have. So that's all you gotta do. You gotta buy a $230 bottle, mix it with some Dr. Pepper, and you have liquid deliciousness. Second place, so sad. It's only $100. I was really hoping the winner of this 32 bottle matchup would be something dirt cheap that you could just go buy from the grocery store, cheaply make yourself a drink. But you gotta spend some money to get the best. And if you're someone that says, do not mix an expensive cognac with something cheap like Dr. Pepper, you're wrong, because that was delicious. So I hope you enjoyed me getting drunk to figure this out for you. And I will see you next time.